Right now, if you need to renew your driver's license in Ohio, all you have to do is walk into the Bureau of Motor Vehicles with your old ID and leave with a new one. But the BMV just announced they will be joining 41 other states issuing IDs by mail. Don Pettit, the registrar at the Ohio BMV, says this change is meant to keep Ohio in line with the national trend of how states provide driver's licenses.
Over the last several years, this has kind of been a trend nationwide for how states are providing driver's license. 41 other states have adopted this method, and so that's kind of the direction the industry has gone.
Starting on July 2nd, all Ohio IDs will be issued from a single central point of production in Ohio. Essentially, if you need to purchase an ID or renew an old one, you will leave the BMV with a temporary paper confirmation, and in about 10 days, your new ID will be sent in the mail. The new IDs are going to look different to reduce the ability for someone to make a counterfeit ID.
With the new process, the card is going to be created in a secure print factory environment where there are multiple machines that put the card together in multiple layers with some of the security features embedded.
Ohio will now offer both standard and compliant IDs. This change is so Ohio can get ahead of a national travel security requirement going into effect in October 2020. This new requirement means a standard ID is not going to be enough to get you through TSA. If you have a compliant ID, travelers will be able to get through security no problem, but those traveling with the standard ID are also going to need to present a passport or other documents before they can get on a plane. Many Ohio residents expressed concern for this change on the BMV's Facebook page, calling it a stupid idea. Some residents said they felt sending the ID through the mail wouldn't provide better security, but actually makes it easier for identity fraud. There was also concern that they would now have to pay more for postage costs. Athens resident Rhonda Holbrook says she thinks this is a bad idea.
When they do send you one, if they did give you a temporary driver's license, if that one gets lost, then you've lost a piece of your identity. When just handing it to you, it just skips all those other steps. It just seems safer.
Pettit argues this is the safest way to issue driver's licenses, and there will be no additional cost to the customer.
And, the companies that do this, they've adopted practices of, putting it in plain envelopes and having it mingled into other mail so that it doesn't stand out, that it's specifically, hey, this is a driver's license.
Athens resident Tad Cutler says that if this provides better security, then he can get on board with the change.
I'm game if it's going to make us more secure and solve some of the issues we have today.
For WOUB News, I'm Michaela Marshall.